Welcome to Hard Hats, High Heels. This is Katie Kelson. First, before we get started today, I wanted to introduce you to Ardrae. She is here with Bankers Trust. Bankers Trust is one of our sponsors, along with KDC Built, Hard Hats, well, I always say Hard Hats, High Heels for some reason, Garden Grunt, and Homestyle Staging and Redesign. And today, we're going to talk about some of, I'm calling them the perks. I'm sure you have a better word for this, but some of the perks that would come along with having a Bankers Trust checking account, right?
Yep, that's absolutely correct.
What do you guys call them? I mean, do you call them perks or incentives?
We
or
can call
bonuses?
them perks, incentives. It's whatever works for the customer. So if it's perks, perks are great.
Perks are good. Thumbs up, good stuff.
Yep.
So you guys are local, and I love that about that. Recently, I'm thinking about moving to Bankers Trust, frankly. So let's keep that between you and I,
Okay.
and not my other bank. But having a bank that's loyal is a big deal nowadays. People are understanding the loyalty. I say loyal. You're loyal. Local is what I wanted to say. It's a big deal for people nowadays. So I really appreciate what Bankers Trust is really doing to help the customer. Now I understand, obviously we can get a checking account here, but you guys have additional avenues that a customer could take versus just having the free checking account, because everybody has that nowadays, right?
That is correct. Free is free only to a certain point, but we here at Bankers Trust have a new account that we've designed so it can be different than just the free.
Okay.
And it's our new Max checking account. And this is an account that, coupled with the package, you have access to a surcharge-free network for
Okay.
ATMs. Nobody likes to pay ATM fees, and if
No,
you're
they're horrendous.
part of our network, then you won't pay the fees. It's a way to have free bill pay and online banking.
Okay.
Also, it comes with free e-statements. A lot of times people are trying to go green and they don't want to have statements print, so this is one of the perks
Okay.
of this particular account. Also, too, it comes with an instant issue debit card.
This is a big deal because some of you out there have been, like I, subject to this scandal. It's irritating to me because my bank card's lost because the bank I am with, I will not have it for probably another 5 days, frankly, and I have to come to the bank and get it. So you guys have designed this system that is genius, frankly. So it's called I check my notes. Instant issue debit card. Is that right?
That is correct.
Okay.
That is correct. And let me tell you how it works.
Yeah, please do. I'm excited.
You come in and open up an account with Bankers Trust. We have the ability to, at that point in time, at the account opening, give you an active debit card.
I can go shopping with right
You
now.
can go shopping immediately. We're one of the very few banks to even offer this particular service, and in addition to, if you would ever have the card lost or compromised, you can also come into any one of our offices and we can instant issue at any one of our offices if it's lost or stolen or been compromised.
So the other thing I understood is when this did happen, when our accounts got compromised, Bankers Trust was on the lookout for this and already saw what they were going to do moving forward. And you
That's
guys,
correct.
what did you do, just so people can have the security knowing how quickly you guys responded to that issue?
Yeah, what we do is we get a list of compromised cards, and then we took that one step further, and anybody who had a potential card opportunity at that particular merchant, we went ahead and made phone calls to all these people to tell them that their debit card was being hot carded for their protection, so
Right.
there would be no fraudulent activity on the card. So we called everybody and invited them into any one of our offices, and they walked out 10 minutes later with a debit card versus having to wait 7 to 10 business days the old traditional way.
That's tricky. So what I like here, we're talking about our accounts here, and you've got this pamphlet for people, and I'm a big person where you can talk, and some of it comes in, some of it comes out, because there's a lot of it for me to digest, so I like that you've got this pamphlet for people to walk away with. We've got the Max checking account written in here. What other kind of accounts do you guys have that I might be interested in here?
Well, it just depends on what your needs are, but we also have an interest-bearing checking account, and we
Nice.
also have what we call a direct checking account. If you have a payroll deposit going directly into the account, then the account is free.
What are the stipulations for the interest-bearing account? Or do you have certain stipulations, or is it just a straight, because some banks will have, in order to get this percentage, my check has to be deposited, I have to do so many transactions here, I have to do this, and this. Do you have certain?
Well, on the interest-bearing checking account, there is a minimum balance requirement of $1,000. Other than that, And it does pay a tiered rate of interest.
Nice.
So depending on the balance.
So it sounds pretty easy. I don't have to keep track
That's
of how
pretty
many
easy.
debit transactions I do.
That's correct. It's pretty easy.
Okay, so if I'm ready to get going now, but of course I have to go home and talk to my husband. But maybe it's 6 o'clock at night and we're ready to do it then. Can I create my account online?
You absolutely can. We have just introduced a new online account opening process. It's just a click of a button on our website and you're in business.
Just like that?
Just like that.
That's pretty slick.
Trying to make it
It
easy for you.
almost sounds like it's too good to be true. That sounds great.
But it is true.
Okay.
And it's there today.
Good deal.
Can I interject something?
Yes.
Okay, also tell her that you can do checking account, saving account, and CDs. You can, there's 3.
We'll talk about, okay, that's good. So we talked about the interest bearing, we've got the max checking account and just your straight direct deposit account. Is that what you're calling, is that?
Direct checking.
Okay. So my husband's, he's good with cash and he has this little lot of cash that sits over here, you know. And CDs have looked pretty rough these days. Can I come to you guys with a CD and just throw that cash and get some interest, I guess, there?
Absolutely.
I'm bad with CDs, so I'm stumbling around it, and that's his department.
Yeah.
I just said do what you want.
Yeah.
So, what kind of CDs do you have going on right now?
We have special CDs going on for our primary checking account holders here
Okay.
at Bankers Trust. We offer a respective interest rate on those. We have a 7-month CD special and a 17-month CD special.
You said primary account holders. What are those?
Primary account holders are checking account holders that this is their primary bank. You pay
Okay.
most of your bills, or transact most of your business out of that particular checking
Okay.
account.
I like that you have the 7-month CD because you never know sometimes what's going to happen down the road, and you might need that back again. That's pretty slick.
That's true. If a CD isn't what you're looking for, if you don't want to tie it up for that particular term, we also have other savings accounts here at Bankers Trust that we can put it in a regular savings
Okay.
account or a money market savings account, which earns interest as well.
So, if I were to come to you, a new customer, and just lay all my cards on the table, would you be able to dissect and kind of play around and tell me what you think the best route for me would be?
Absolutely. That's what we're here for. We're trying to give you the best financial services for that meet your needs.
Okay.
So we would be willing to sit down and talk with you or anyone
For my
to
husband.
do, and your husband. We can convince him. So we certainly have something that will work for you.
Work for that. Okay, good. He's the number guy.
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm like,
We'll
I'll
get
spend
him.
it
We'll
because
get
I
him.
like the part where I get my card right away. Because I need
If
that
that's what it
milkshake
takes, we'll get
first. All right. Well, I appreciate all the insight that you brought today. I'm like this step closer to coming over to Bankers Trust, but I'll get there one of these days.
Love to have you.
All right. Anything else that you think I should know as a customer or a potential customer?
Well, it's a great bank, and we hope to have you and others come along.
Talk to me about ATMs just real quick. I work at Meredith as my other time job, and ATM, Bankers Trust, that's where I get my cash. So do you have a lot of ATMs throughout the metro here?
Right. We are locally. We have over 100 ATMs that you have access to.
Okay.
We also belong to what we call a privileged status network, which allows you thousands of ATMs that are hooked up to the privileged status, so you can transact business on your account through those
Very
ATMs.
slick.
So
I
we're
got
everywhere.
cash, just in case.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's been great talking to you. I appreciate your time today. And you guys can learn more information on Bankers Trust. If you guys have any other questions, please feel free to contact Bankers Trust. I'll give you information, whether it's a phone call or an email, and they would love to answer any of your questions, or come on in and talk to them face to face. I know sometimes that helps me and my husband quite easily. I want to thank our sponsors, Bankers Trust, KDC Built, Homestyle Staging and Redesign, and Garden Grunt. Thanks.